University. That's not bad, Johns Hopkins University. Would you agree with that? Yep. That's a Pruvit man. She teaches wellness classes. She's an empower. She's a trainer. She's a coach. She teaches individuals on plant-based nutrition, and she understands the keto lifestyle. So what she's going to do is give you a little insight on how to do keto lifestyle on a daily basis. Does that sound good? How would you like to do? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, from San Francisco, California, big Pruvit welcome for Ti Caudron. Where is she?
Really glad to be here. So what we're going to talk about today is every day better. And I'm a wellness coach in the Bay Area, and when I first learned about keto, I just put out a video to my whole client base. And I've worked with thousands of people in the Bay Area. And I told them about keto, and I said, you know, I want you to be part of my beta test. Like, I want you guys just to start taking it. And I'll tell you how I told them to do it, but I said start with a small amount, start taking it. And then I want you to report back to me. So no program at all. Just start taking it and see what happens. And as they reported back, the stories started to come in and they fell into different categories. And today we're going to talk about some of those stories. We're going to bring some people up with those stories. We're going to be doing it fast. And we're going to talk about, like, what is the simplest way to basically talk about keto OS in an everyday sense, and what kind of results, what can you expect in terms of everyday better. So I have the honor of bringing Michael Rutherford back on stage. Michael, will you come up here again? Where is he? Let's give a huge hand to Michael Rutherford. That's it, you guys. Should we not get on our feet for Michael? Come on.
17 minutes.
Right, I know. So the reason we wanted Michael back on is that when I think of every day, I really think of Michael. And, you know, he's starting to blow that, though. Did you guys see the squats that he did, right, with Francisco? But one of the things about Michael is that when he started, right, he was not wanting to go to the gym. He was not wanting to change a bunch of stuff. How many of you, since Michael has started the keto diet, have been eating buddies with him where he ate stuff that was not keto? Could you just raise your hand, okay, and look around, right? I have some photos of some things that Michael and Billy, no, not to rat on Billy, but, right? So the thing is that it's not necessary, if we're talking about a really big funnel, it's not actually necessary to be completely keto, right? To get amazing results from this product. And if you think about our impact, what we really want is for people to be able to say yes to try the product, right? So that's really what we're going to talk about today is what is the widest funnel that we could have? How do we get everybody from, like, my boyfriend's mother, who's up here in the front row, right, to Dr. Robert's daughter, who's 13, right, to whoever it is in your life that you care about, or the person on the street, or that expert. How do we make that introduction? How do we have that huge, huge funnel? So a clicker bar is on the, oh, thank you. I'm all.
I'm here for you.
Thank God, Michael. Oh, here we go. All right. Check that out. All right. So I'm going to pass to Michael for just a second. And
thanks for that.
Yeah, right?
Wow. How bad do you think I felt with the pictures on the left? Like, I look awful, I felt worse. I look better now, but I feel way better. Like, as good as you think you'll actually feel better. And a lot of people think they just want to be skinny and they just don't want to be a fat guy anymore. They actually just want to feel better. And it's hard to quantify, like put a dollar amount value on just feeling better. I was tired, lethargic, most of my body hurt, back, knees, like all of it. I walked into Dustin's gym, I met him in a birth class, but walked into his gym and I couldn't even do basic anything. I mean, pull-ups, sit-ups, squats. He had me do this, like, you hold like a medicine ball over your head, pull it back like this. And there's video of it. It's very embarrassing. I go, how many of these do you do? He goes, 15, 4 sets. I go, screw that. And it right away, like, shredded my workout plan, and I didn't work out at all. And I can just tell you that ketones is a fuel source. I don't care what you eat, do whatever. Like, you're gonna hear a lot of different regimens here in the next few minutes, but I just follow the one that's, I drink the product when I feel like I need the product. When I feel like I was gonna reach for something that makes me fat and tired, I just drink Keto OS instead. And it's I mean, if you can mix powder and water, open your mouth, and like swallow, you can be in the best health and wellness of your whole freaking life. And it's not that complicated. Like, some of y'all are too smart for your own good. It's that, just drink it. When, whenever, how much, however much you want. What should I mix it with? Whatever you want. And over time, you'll get really good at it. So like, I've mastered it now. I get nutritional ketosis 72 hours. But like 8 months ago, I didn't know how to spell ketosis. I thought it was, you know, I thought ketones were keystones like the beer. But, you know. So it's really funny that it didn't take any sweating, and it certainly didn't take any visits to no gym to go from the dude on the left to the dude on the right. And Keto OS was the switch. It was. And it is that simple.
I love it. So, Michael, let's talk about your maintenance program. Oh, wait, the pictures of the pies, it's gone, huh? You mixed that one? So I had a serious picture. Oh, there it is. So that was a night when Michael was in the Bay Area, and at like midnight, we went driving to go find dessert. This is Michael's maintenance program. And this is what got ordered. I was like, oh, I am photographing that.
She wouldn't have a single bite.
Well, but, you know, I could have. So what I wanted Michael to tell you guys about is, what is his maintenance program?
So here's what's interesting. A lot of people, how many of you have ever been asked, when should I take the product? What do you tell them?
For in the morning when you're hungry.
In the morning when you're hungry, you assume that that's when they should take it. I don't know. Like, when do y'all drink coffee?
In the morning.
Anybody ever, is Starbucks closed at 9 a.m.? No, they're open all the time. Why? Because people drink coffee all the time. So like, I look at my day as a fire, as a campfire. Where's Russell? He might appreciate this reference. My day is a campfire, Keto OS is logs, and I insert them into the fire every time my flames start going down. So if I have a drawing flame in the morning, Keto OS. If I have a drawing flame at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, little Keto OS. Of course I eat food, but like, I just treat it whenever I need something. I took a big pound of my pure therapeutic ketones right as Joseph McClendon III was finishing. I'm like, oh, I want to be the best I can be, I better drink some. So like, I just drink the product all the time whenever I need energy, whenever I need clarity, whenever I need to be better at whatever it is that I'm getting ready to do, I just drink it. Yeah, sometimes I follow the diet, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go to Costco and eat 2 slices of huge pepperoni pizza. Yeah. Some of you purists think that's weird. Guess what? And I just utilize the product in and out. And it works for me. I pounded a bunch of normal Thanksgiving. And then guess what I did the next day? Woke up and drank pure therapeutic ketones made by Keto OS. And I felt amazing. And you just weave it in. Some of you are so strict and so nervous and so stressed. That's why you're not losing weight. It just should be relaxing. It should be fun. It should be an experience. Like, these are hacks. These next 4 or 5 talks are hacks. And you should embrace the fact that you're hacking your own mainframe, like you're hacking your own body. And that should be exciting. And it shouldn't be expected to be learned in 2 hours.
Awesome.
You know, say it can be months.
Awesome, I love it. So, mainly why we wanted to have this discussion is that how much easier would it be to get someone to drink some ketones if you don't also have to convince them of the lifestyle?
Exactly.
Right? Okay? So my whole approach is it's just about getting it into their system, and then once it's in their system, the ketones are going to create the next step. Right? I know you guys get that because I see the nods, right? They're going to create the next step. We just have to get it into their system. So, you know, our suggestion is that you can drink Keto OS 2 times a day if you can, maybe even 3 times. You're going to hear some people talk about that. And I've heard a lot of discussion about dose. Like, your dose is the dose that makes you feel good. So like, in the beginning, if you don't feel good, if you feel nauseous, you've got the wrong dose. Right? There's no need to continue at that dose while you feel nauseous. Has anyone had someone tell you they don't want to take the product anymore because they're getting a headache, they feel nauseous, right? Okay, that's totally fine. And actually what you want to say to them is, oh, you have the wrong dose. If you went to the gym and worked out like Tony Freeman, you would die because you'd drop all those barbells on you, right? So it actually, they can back off of that dose, and Dustin's gonna come up here and other really smart people, and they're gonna talk to you about what other supplements people can bring in to help with that. But I just wanna tell you, they can just back off that dose. And when a client says, you know, or a person says, I stopped taking it because it didn't make me feel good, you just say, oh, you had the wrong dose, right? So easy, okay, awesome. The other thing is people say, oh, when it wears off, I don't feel good. Has anyone heard that one? When it wears off, I don't feel good? It's just a few. Okay. So that one is they just need to increase their frequency, right? So we're really, how many of you do work out here, right? Okay. Same, right? We've got frequency, we've got intensity, we've got amount. It's all the same thing, and we're just doing it with this supplement. Okay, awesome. All right. So, oh yeah. So that's, you know, basically, right? Like I might get a little bit like you try to take it 2 times, 3 times, whatever it is. But really, right? Michael always does it the best. You just mix it up and you drink it. Okay? Awesome. Yeah, shut up and drink. You guys know that? Okay.
T-shirts, those floating around.
I love that. All right. So Dr. Robert is here. Robert, would you just mind standing up for us? Yeah. All right. Woo. Awesome. And just, would you just stay standing? Okay, awesome. So when my friend Wendy Hart, my coach actually, called me, my life coach, business coach, and said, T, you're in this field, I want you to take a look at this product. So I tried it on myself, and I sent it off to 2 people who I really wanted their opinion. Dr. Robert, he's a chiropractor, 20 plus years, and Bill Bradley's PR agent, who runs endurance. He has the world record for running the Grand Canyon, rim to rim 7 times. And I had them take the product and tell me what they thought. And what happened to both of them is they had great results and then started using it with their families and their clients, and the whole thing spread out. So for Dr. Robert, that's his wife next to him, and Kirsten started sleeping through the night. Kirsten's 50, so she stopped being able to sleep really well. Can anyone relate to that here? Yeah, totally. She started sleeping through the night. His daughter had anxiety before tests. So she started drinking some of it before a test, and she aced it. She got all of these A's on her math exams. Is that amazing? And then Lori and Tim, would you guys stand up real quick and just join Robert? Robert, you can just stay standing. And Lori and Tim, who own a CrossFit, they gave it to their daughter, Ashley, who, oh, sorry, is that the last name? It's okay. Who, she was having nightmares, and then she stopped having nightmares. So the thing just started spreading. It was really amazing. And I found this on Facebook, right? Is this lady in the room by any chance? Because I haven't met you. She just stepped out. Oh my God. Okay.
We call that $1 million P.
Right? How many of you have seen this picture on social media? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So in 22 days, a 13-year condition where she was going to start taking chemotherapy drugs for her to clear up her face. And she started taking Keto OS, and that's what happened. I mean, amazing. Okay, this is my client Janice, and she is an endurance athlete. And I just gave her the product, and she took it before one of her 3-hour runs. Hello? 3-hour runs. And she did the run with no carbs. And she had never done that in 11 years of running, just water. And she said the next day she wasn't sore, which, right, can you guys imagine that? Bill Bradley told me he's working out 30% longer, and his workouts are hours long.
Look who just came back in the room.
Oh, she's here! Yeah! Woo! I love it.
Well, now that she's back, we all have to, let's give her a hand. Hi, Tori.
Awesome. I love it. Somebody will fill her in. I love it. So this is my boyfriend, Tony, and his mom is in the room, and he had surgery. Hip surgery. Looks like he's 70 in that picture. And so I brought Keto OS to his hospital room. I'm force feeding him. Has anybody done that where they're pushing it on someone? Yeah, okay, right? So when he got back, he immediately stopped taking it. And then one night, he came to an event that Michael and I had, and he heard Dr. Robert talking about all the decreases in inflammation in his practice. How he could palpate his patients, and the inflammation would go down. You guys can totally sit. Thank you for standing. I love you guys. And Tony started taking it, and he didn't even tell me he was taking it. He just started. And then one morning, he said to me, he goes, you know that when people tell me they feel supplements in their body, I think they're crazy, right? Read that, I think you're crazy, right? But, okay. All right. He said, I take just a little bit of that keto, and I sit down to work, and it's like the day before vacation. Do you guys know that kind of productivity? Oh my God, where you gotta tick everything off your list. It's like, he said his brain can focus in this unbelievable way. His dose, by the way, is a quarter or a half a scoop. That's his dose, okay? So, all right, so Melissa, Mitch, and Corey, would you all come up to the stage and would you guys give them a huge round of applause? Thank you guys so much. Awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Love you guys. Love you guys. All right. So Melissa was my client and many years ago was able to lose a bunch of weight. And then she hit, was it 50? Yeah. And all of a sudden, she couldn't use the same program and lose weight. So Melissa, what did you do when I sent out my video?
So I saw T's video and immediately bought the product. I didn't even question it. I knew T had something really good. And I started drinking the keto, and the energy level was way up. Sugar craving was gone. Carbs, I've eliminated carbs and sugar. And I felt absolutely fantastic.
So, P.S., she did not eliminate carbs. She was eating chili with beans in it, like a lot of it. So,
yes.
Right? So, actually, she didn't eliminate
it's bread.
carbs.
The bread.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think of, I don't, yeah. So bread I eliminated.
Yep.
And felt absolutely fantastic. And saw the fat just melting away. And the inflammation was absolutely reduced. And slept fantastic. So anyone out there that's dealing with being 50 plus, this is a miracle. It's something that has changed my life.
Awesome. Thanks, Melissa. So, in 7 weeks, you guys, she lost 17 pounds. And she was on the same program with carbs in it, with beans, that she had been on before and not been able to lose that weight. Now that doesn't happen for everybody, but for her, it was a perfect hack. So it was amazing. Awesome. All right. So the next one, goes to Mitch. Woo! All right. So Mitch, what was it like before? Let's just give them the before.
Well, before was horrific. I'm a relationship advisor, so I work with couples, I work with companies, I work with executives, I work with entrepreneurs, and I help them get out of their own way so they can take massive action. So I'd front load them in the beginning of the day, and then by the end of the day, well, I should say from about noon, 12:30 on, I had no day. So I was actually teaching them how to take action in the world that I couldn't take. And I started to feel a bit like a phony. And then I didn't have the energy for my family. So I was talking my kids out of going to the park. I would say to my clients, stop beating the kid out of your kid. And there I was doing it. I was finding every excuse in the world not to go to the park. And my wife knew not to have any kind of conversation that required a decision. After like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was just done.
So then, Mitch, when Jared talked to you about starting the keto, when did you bring it into your schedule? What did your schedule look like with it?
Well, I immediately, he sent me a sample, which was a mistake, because friends don't let friends sample, I think is what we would talk about, because at that time, there was no product that we could really get to, that we would have access to. So when I got to it, August 5th, immediately put it into my day, started it in the morning. I'd do like bulletproof coffee, and then I would do a keto, and then my first meal was lunch.
Awesome.
And then I'd do another dose in the afternoon, and then I'd actually do a non-charged dose of about 7 o'clock at night, which would really relax.
Awesome. So he's a 2.5 a day doser, right? A couple different programs. And then what happened after? And that's our time, so 20 seconds.
What happened after?
Yep.
I got my day back. I mean, that was the most important thing. I mean, I was looking for my day. I wasn't looking at all the other stuff on the bottle. But all of a sudden, I noticed that for the first time in my life, and this is like I'm 55, going to be 56 in June, and I noticed for the first time in my life that I was literally sleeping through the night, falling asleep in 5 minutes, sleeping through the night, full focus days, taking action. I've got multiple projects with laser intensity focus that I'm building, and you know, my life is just grand now.
Awesome.
And my kids can't keep up with me, so.
I love it. And you guys, the reason I picked Mitch out is also on Facebook is I saw that post with his girls. Did you guys see that? And I was so moved that he was like the dad who was now taking his girls to the park. And I just knew like what that feels like to have a parent engage like that. And I wanted him up here to talk about it. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's totally give him a round of applause. Woo! I love it. And Corey's story, I feel like is the story that almost launched like half this room, right? Because through Natalie, we've heard this story, but I wanted to hear it from Corey, right? And that picture up above is Corey had that back surgery on his birthday, that back surgery that didn't work. So Corey, what was it like before keto?
It was horrible. I was a very active person. We were traveling the country with our wife and kids. I'm an airline pilot. And one day I just woke up early. We had a terrible night before with the weather. And I wasn't being careful. And we had a 50-pound flight kit with all of our charts and maps. And you have to lift it up over the seat so you don't break a knob off an instrument. And when I did that, I felt a pop and I ruptured a disc in my back. And it turned into, I tried some physical therapy and thought that was going to do the trick, and it didn't. It turned into back surgery on my birthday. And they were telling me 90 days you should be back flying again, and it turned into a year and a half. And from being a real active person to like just sleeping all the time and being on narcotics 24/7, like it just messes with your mind. You lose your confidence in yourself. You start feeling depression, anxiety, and maybe some of you feel that or have felt that out there, and it really puts you in a low place. And I was trying to get back to flying, and the thing about flying is you cannot be on any type of narcotic. It's got to be Tylenol, Aleve, something like that. And so I had no way to get back to doing what I love to do until a couple good friends, Mark Wilson back there, called me up, and Nick Martinez says, hey, look, we found something that might help you. Would you try it? So took the sample, didn't feel anything the first day. In fact, it gave me a stomach ache, but because I dosed too much, right?
Awesome, I love that.
But I didn't give up. The second day, I really started to feel something. By the third day, I'm just like, what in the world is this? Fourth day, I'm wakeboarding. You know, so it's, yeah, I mean, it was just like night and day difference. So I would take it in the morning. First thing when I wake up, would mix it with about 32 ounces of water. Within 20 minutes, I could just start feeling the pain go away. And then in the afternoon, and that was enough. Within 2 weeks, I'm back to flying and been flying ever since. So
yeah. So thank you guys so much. That was beautiful. And we're just gonna wrap here. But are they amazing? Right? Yeah. Totally. Right? How many of you in this room? I've got the stop sign. But how many of you in this room have a story like that? Could you just raise your hand? Okay. Now look around for a minute. Right? We've got all these stories. So the bottom line is that you want to get the product in people's hands. You want to let them have the right dose, right? And then make sure that they get the timing right, the frequency right for whatever they're doing, right? If it's appetite suppression or mental clarity, energy, pain relief, whatever, right? And then, if they want to take it further, we have an amazing resource, which is the, oops, they're literally like, done, the Native. Do you guys know the Native 8, right? We've got that. So go into your back office, check that out, and they're really simple 8 steps that can be the next step if someone wants to take it to the next level. All right, thank you guys so much. That was amazing.